Hi, my name is Chris, and this is the story of how I went from being a full time worship pastor to a full time web designer. Growing up, all I ever really wanted to do was ministry. I had a pretty profound experience with God when I was a teenager, and I just kind of never looked back. Eventually, I was leading worship for our entire congregation, and things were going great. I was getting opportunities, but then something happened. My wife of nearly 10 years came home one night and out of the blue told me that she was filing for a divorce. I had to really quickly kind of figure out a way to recover that income that I had lost for me and for my three little daughters. Without much experience at all, I just started telling people that I was building websites on the side to earn some extra money. Then the phone rang. It was a friend whose website had stopped working. It took me a while to finish that first website, but for my efforts, I got a $100 Visa gift card. After that, someone else called. Then someone else called. Every time I got a new project, I would increase my prices a little bit, but then the calls stopped. I was talking to a friend about how I had just kind of run out of leads for new projects, and he had mentioned this new platform called Odesk, and you might be more familiar with its current name, Upwork. And to be honest, I just kind of forgot about it. But a couple months later, I finally got a message from a potential client. I got that one project, and then more kept coming in. And every single time I got a new project, I would just double the rates of my last one. So I started out charging $500, and then it was 1,000, and then it was 2,000, and then pretty consistently I started getting projects anywhere from $5,000 to $7,000. I went on to earn over $80,000 on Upwork alone and was featured in one of their ad campaigns. But this entire time I was working my tail off. I had my full-time ministry job. I was a single dad, so when my girls would go to bed at 8 p.m., that was like second shift for me. I would work until like 2 or 3 in the morning on different projects. It was a really tough decision, but I started looking for some open web design positions near me. There was so much fear and doubt about this whole thing, all the questions like, was I any good at web design? Would somebody be willing to hire me? Like, what would people think at my church? And to be honest, I just kind of had to face those questions without really having good answers to them. I just knew in my heart that this was the right step for me and my family.